Hello everyone, I'm Reefer here, bringing you a quick fish review, purely because I can actually see him. Here we have my engineer goby, or they're sometimes sold as an arrow goby. There we go, starting to come out. These are cracking little fish actually, they're usually pretty cheap. I think in the UK I paid about £8 for him when he was probably about an inch and a half maybe, and I'd say he's probably about probably 7-8 inches maybe a bit more. It's quite hard to tell because as you can see he lives in the rock. Since I've had him I've only actually seen him free swimming once, so they're not really like an active fish that you see out and about. He just lives under this bit of rockscape in the middle of the tank. Ignore that closed up lever, I've just fragged a bit off it so it's sulking a bit. Yeah, so they're really peaceful. I've never seen it have any issues with any other fish. If anything, they're more timid than anything. I've got a suntail goby in the tank somewhere. Oh, there's suntail goby. That occasionally fends off the arrow goby if it wants to hide under the same rock, but the arrow goby just stays under this rock all day, every day. Just pops his head out to grab a bit of food. So you do see him, or you see him just sitting in the cave. But he's quite a cool looking fish. He's very much like an eel. So if you want sort of a reef friendly fish that's like an eel but doesn't have any special care requirements, as it were, then these ones are really good to go for. He's coming out a bit more there. It just eats general food. He doesn't really come out into the water column either to get food. He will just do as he's doing in this video. He'll just poke his head out and get food particles that are coming out of the water. And that's one of the reasons that when I feed, I tend to zoom in properly. I tend to use a little specimen cup that I got a frag in once that I ordered online, and I just mix that with some of the tank water from the sump, shake it up, and then I chuck it in. So the food's already, well, not kind of defrosted. It's just split apart. The actual bits are probably still frozen, but it's at least split apart. Unless I do leave it for quite a long time, then it properly defrosts. But what that gets is, I don't know if the video will pick it up, is you'll get these like little particles, these little bits of food, which then some of the corals can absorb. Like you see these candy canes are just opening their mouths up. Although my Duncans don't look too happy at the moment. But yeah, it just spreads out in the water, so everything gets a bit of it, and feeds nicely. But back onto the actual subject, and this arrow goby, really good little fish. Highly recommend them. I know you can keep them in pairs as well. I did consider getting another one, but I wasn't sure if they'd fight. Now he's obviously got his territory. The only real care requirements is that you do have a sand bed and some rocks for it to hide under, otherwise they'll be a bit stressed out and unhappy. But yeah, give them a sand bed, give them a rock to hide under, they'll dig under it. I recommend putting your rocks in and then putting your sand in, or when you put your rocks into your sand bed, really push them down onto the glass. Oh, look, my little pistol shrimp's out there as well. Just because obviously if these are digging under the rocks, if you've got loads of sand under the rock and they dig it out, there's a chance your rockscape will fall over. But yeah, just push your rocks down and you should be fine. So, any questions? Put them down below. Thanks a lot.